Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road. Are you ready to go? Hey, thanks everybody for joining us this morning on Live Music Nation. I'm your host, Jake Gill. Today we're with Heidi Steffen from the Linn County Fair. Heidi, how are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Good. Heidi, give us a little background on you. Where did you grow up? And then talk about your career transformation to where you're at now with the Linn County Fair.
Yes, so I grew up in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I actually, as a child, I was in 4-H at the Linn County Fair, but it was just a really small fair. It was just 4-H. There was nothing else really at the fair. I went to Cornell College not far from here, moved away to Augusta, Georgia, missed my snow and came back to Iowa. Then I started working at Cumulus Media and actually worked for several radio stations here, and the Linn County Fair ended up being one of my clients. At the time, they were asking, hey, they're just starting to grow, wanted to know if I knew anyone that would be interested in helping with the fair and doing marketing and starting the sponsorship. I said, I don't know, I'll keep my ears out. The more I thought about it, so I said, hey, I'll do it. So it became kind of a part-time job. I started all the partnerships. We started at Carnival in the first time in 40 years. The first year that I started, we brought in our concert. The second year that I started, that was now 15, 17 years ago. Now I'm a complete volunteer at the fair. I do all the marketing with that, on a lot of committees and just very involved. And it's grown over 600% since I came on in 2005.
Wow, fantastic. As a kid, what was your greatest memory of the county fair?
I think one of mine was our 4-H club. We were a city club. And again, there was just 4-H stuff. There was no thing. So we actually brought in and created a mini like old time carnival. And I just remember just being able to do all that and just how everyone was so excited and happy to have something else at the fair, and I think the other thing would be I had a campfire. One of my things that I brought was a campfire display and how to do it. I was so proud of it. And if I was just a little bit older, I would have gone to state fair, but it was just one of the, I did all the research. It was such a big accomplishment for me at such a young age.
Yeah, we were talking the other day about county fairs, and really they pretty much all had a 4-H basis now, whether they're still based on 4-H. Some of them are total 4-H fairs, but for a lot of farm families, that was their vacation every year, because you are in an agricultural world, and in the summer's a busy time. You can't really get away for a week. But right. you can make it to the county fair for 4 days in a row. You can go home, do your chores, come back, and kind of thing. So that seems to be a common denominator that we see across the board when we look at county fairs across the nation. So tell us a little bit about where your fair is at now and the events and the organizations that are involved now.
Yep. So the fair, we're about 50,000 now weekly attendance with that. We have anywhere now from concerts to truck and tractor pulls. We have a lot of now on grounds free entertainment. We have an ag center. So one of the things, so the county that we are in Iowa is the second largest urban county in Iowa. So one of the things that we have really tried to take on responsibility is to really do a lot of that ag education. So there is a free ag zone that the actual local FFA chapters put together to go ahead and teach that and get that hands-on activity. For some of these kids, that the closest they get to a cow is as they're driving by it on the interstate. And then again, we have all the 4-H FFA, and that is really our staple of our fair is the 4-H FFA part of the fair. And just kind of relate to your story. My kids now, again, we live in the city, but my middle one wants to be a farmer, Yeah. And he loves the fair, and he gets that opportunity now to get agriculture.
What's the best part of your job right now?
Best part of my job is to be able to bring and spread that awareness of the county fair, and then to see those kids. So my favorite day of the fair is actually Youth Day. Okay. So it's a free day at our fair, and we even get busloads from daycares and camps that come, and just to see all those smiles, it makes it all worth all the hours and hours I put into it. It's well worth it.
Ah, that's good. That's very good. What a couple fun questions here. So you've obviously have entertainment at your fair now and things like that, and you've been to many concerts before that. In your lifetime, what's one concert that stands out? What's your favorite concert you've ever seen?
that I've ever seen.
Yep.
Is it at a county fair or just in general?
Anywhere.
I actually, my favorite would be Shinedown not too long ago.
Okay.
Just put on an awesome concert, and I've seen many times, but just recently they're a crowd pleaser. It was one of my favorite.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. If you could bring any one act to your county fair, dead or alive, money's not an issue, who would you want to see?
I would want to see Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
I'm not a big country, but I love Johnny Cash. My husband's a big Johnny Cash. We've seen him. That would be one person I think would be awesome to see.
No, I can see the posters now for sure. Absolutely. Heidi, how do people find out more about the Linn County Fair if they want to come, if they want to visit, they want to watch online? How can they do that?
Yep, they just go to thelinncountyfair.com, all spelled out. Make sure you put the in front of it, or you go to a county fair in Oregon. So that has all our information on the fair, what's going on during the fair, out of the fair, and even how to volunteer. It's got everything on it.
Perfect. Perfect. Heidi, thanks for being on with us today. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well, baby, I'm